Hi, are you here for the hair consultation? Okay, wonderful. It's so nice to meet you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So she called me and she told me about the bunch of weddings that you're going to and how she helped you, understand dress codes and find a dress and stuff. And that you want some help with hair, right? Yeah, so we're not doing your hair today, but I thought it could be helpful to just kind of go over the different hairstyles you could do, um, what they're appropriate for. I also have some hair accessories that we can talk through, and then if you do like anything, you can obviously come back on the day of the wedding and we'll do your hair for you. Yeah. No problem. So, first of all, how many weddings and what are the dress codes and do you know what you're wearing? Okay, 3 weddings. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, formal, cocktail, semi-formal. Okay, that's a lot of different dress codes. Okay, so do you know what you're wearing for those? Yeah, please show me a picture. Okay. Oh, wow. You look so elegant. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that green color. That's gorgeous. Okay, so that's for the formal wedding, I'm assuming. Okay, perfect. Okay, I feel like I know what hair should go with that. Okay, do you have a picture of the cocktail? Ooh, beautiful. You just look good in every color. Yeah, I love the like high neckline on you. That's gorgeous. Okay, and then the semi-formal. Okay, so that one's a garden wedding outside. Okay. Oh, cute. That's really pretty. Yeah, I love the florals. That's so perfect for like a garden wedding. That's gorgeous. Okay. Well, that gives me a lot of ideas, so thank you for that. So I have a binder. I think you went through this before when you were looking at dress codes, but I have a binder with all of the most popular hairstyles that we get. Not to say you can't have something that's not in the binder, but you seemed to be a little bit lost. So I thought pulling out the most popular ones would be helpful. So let's take a look. The first one is very classic. It's going to be a low bun. A low bun. So this is very sleek, pulled back, but still like super intricately done. It's not a casual throw your hair in a bun, right? This is like still artwork. We have a couple different iterations of this. We have these two, which are very sleek. Everything's pulled back. And then you could also, of course, do some face framing layers if you wanted, but still very sleek and pulled back. And then this one is slightly more messy. You have a little bit more texture, a little more tendrils coming off of the hairstyle. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. The notes for this are, it's timeless and elegant, of course. It is beautiful with statement earrings. So if you have a pair of earrings that you really wanted to wear, then this would be perfect. Like her, she has these beautiful pearled hoops. She has these gorgeous earrings, so it's really a great way to show them off. And then it's also great for warm weather, which all of your weddings are during the summer, so I don't think that's an issue here. But The next one is a chignon, which some people might get confused with a low bun. It's similar. It has a similar effect, I think, but it is a little bit more intricate, I think. It's more of, a knot. Where's my stick? It's more of a knotted style. And there's a couple different styles we can see here. This one is like overlaid, almost braided a little bit. This one is a pretty intricate knot. She has, again, some like face framing tendrils. And then this one, if you wanted some volume and like really beautiful pronounced volume, you could also do that by teasing the hair and then putting it into this chignon. So, slightly different than a low bun. As the notes say, it's a little softer than a sleek bun, and it works especially well with off-the-shoulder dresses and satin gowns. So when you showed me your floral dress, your formal dress, this was definitely one of the hairstyles I had in mind. Of course, we could do a low bun if you wanted, but I like this one because it's just a little bit softer. It's less severe than a low bun, and it's just beautiful, like the knotting technique. Okay. Next, we have Hollywood waves, which are just so gorgeous. So Hollywood waves are going to be this very like uniform wave pattern, super glamorous, super elegant. They look really beautiful with this low back dress. None of your dresses are low back, right? I only saw the front. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, they're just very glamorous, and if you prefer to have your hair down, then they are a very formal version of just having your hair down. And as you can see, she has this pretty little accessory here. I can show you some of the accessories we have after I go through all of the hairstyles. And this is perfect for black tie, cocktail, and evening weddings. I wouldn't recommend this for like your semi-formal daytime wedding. This is very much a glamorous evening look. To be contrasted with soft curls. So where Hollywood waves are very, regimented, very styled, soft curls are a little bit more soft, a little bit freer to do what you want. So this woman has this beautiful, gorgeous blowout, this pretty pin accessory here, or you could do like half up, half down here, which is a separate hairstyle that I'll show you. But she has these gorgeous soft curls. Again, with the hair accessory, I'll show you those after. She has these beautiful face framing curls, and then just really soft curls. And then she has one half pinned up, which you could also do with an accessory, and then just beautiful curls otherwise. So this really works with every dress code, and it's super versatile. Like you can do half up, or like one half up, you could do half up, half down, you could just keep them as curls, just beautifully curled. And if you like your hair down, then this is one you could do very easily. Then then we have the half up, half down. So this is obviously where you put half of your hair up. We have a couple different versions of this. We have this like twisted one with these beautiful coiled curls. We have this one's a little bit messier, a little bit freer, softer. We have this one where it's more of a knot, it's more of a chignon, but just half of your hair is up. And then we have this one which has these beautiful flowers and hair accessories, and then just soft curls. So you can go from like really defined curls to like very soft curls, or just have your hair straight, of course, if that's what you want. But I think most people prefer just a slight curl at least. And this is perfect for formal, cocktail, or garden weddings. So you could definitely do this for your semi-formal look, especially if you had like an earring that you really wanted to wear, or accessories. It's nice to have your hair at least half out of your face so that you can really let your accessories shine. But it's not super formal if you don't want it to be. Then we have a braided updo. So this is going to be a little bit more involved than the chignon, a little bit, I think, more casual, because it's less styled, it's less precise, but there's lots of different variations. You could have a braided crown that goes all the way around, some beautiful face framing pieces, and you can see her updo isn't super precise. It's got some texture in it. She also has that beautiful braided crown, but in this picture we can see the actual updo in the back, this beautiful coil. Hers is very soft, very free. She's got a lot of like free pieces, which gives her this beautiful soft vision, and then she also has these gorgeous flowers in there. And then hers, she has more of like a twisted braid effect, and then the braid going into a low bun, and again those beautiful face framing pieces, and she can really show off her earrings here. And this just adds texture without looking too casual. Really gorgeous, a little bit more involved. So if you don't want your hair to take too long, then maybe don't go for this one. Then we have the ponytail. So again, many different versions. We have, this one is a low ponytail with a very interesting kind of fishnet wrapped effect here. Very sleek and pulled back. Then this is kind of a mid-height ponytail. Again, very sleek and pulled back with a slight curve. We have a low ponytail here, very simple. And then this one, she has a lot more volume. It's probably teased under here, and some face framing pieces. So many different ways that you can go with the ponytail, but it does need to look intentional to be formal enough, I think. I think this would be beautiful with your cocktail dress because it has that high neck. So this will really pull the hair out of your face and give your dress the chance to shine. But just throwing your hair into a ponytail, I think, isn't quite enough. You do need that intentionality and that sleekness. So this is modern and sophisticated. It's great with minimalist dresses and high necklines, like I said. So You don't necessarily need to do one that's like this severe. You can, of course, do these face framing pieces and have it be a little bit more relaxed. But I think this would be gorgeous. Then we have very simple, just a blowout. This gives you these perfect voluminous curves, lots of volume and texture, super gorgeous. We have, of course, Kate Middleton here with her gorgeous blowout. This is perfect if you want to wear your hair down. I would say I wouldn't recommend it for your cocktail dress just because it has that high neck, so you don't want to overwhelm it with the hair. But I think this would be beautiful for your semi-formal. If you didn't want to do half up, half down, you could just have it all down and just style it with these beautiful volume. Probably put a mousse in your hair. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the last one, very similar to the braided updo, but if you didn't want to do an updo, you could do a braided crown. So this is similar, but in the braided updo, you didn't need to have the braid go all the way around the head, but in this one, the braided crown case, you're having a braid that goes all the way around your head. So this is super romantic style. So it's perfect for garden weddings, romantic venues, or countryside weddings. We can see a couple different versions of it here. She has her hair down, very sleek, with just a crown, a braided crown across her head, and then some beautiful face framing pieces. We also have examples of a very sleek updo with the braided crown, which is beautiful, but it can also be much softer. So here we have a braided crown with an updo. This is basically the braided updo with some beautiful little pearls in there. And then this one I think is the most casual version of it, with the braids going up the head and then just pulled into the little buns. She has lots of face framing pieces, lots of flyaways for that really soft, semi-casual look. Okay, so that is all of the hairstyles I had to show you. Did you have any questions about any of that? I know it's a lot of information. Yeah, so if you chose any of those, we can obviously do it here. But you can totally make any changes you want. If there was one specific picture in here that you loved, just let your stylist know and they'll do that for you. But like if you love the look of the ponytail, but you want those face framing pieces, but you don't want all the volume, like we can totally do that for you. It's really just about what you want, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm so glad that I could help you, give you some information. So I have a couple, just a few accessories here that maybe you want to look at. So some of those pictures, they had beautiful pins that pinned their hair back. If you wanted to do the Hollywood waves, for instance, some of them had it half up or half up, half down with a pin. So I have some examples here of some really gorgeous like floral pins. So this one has these white flowers and then some pearls and then some little leaves. They're super cute. So this you would just, if you wanted to put half of your hair up, you just pin it like that and it could hold your hair back. if you don't like the flowers, we also have these with just the pearls. So that last picture we saw where she had that updo with just pearls throughout it, we could do with these. Really beautiful and minimalist. Or if you don't want pins, but you want, I mean, you would need pins anywhere, but if you don't like these and you want real fresh flowers, we could always do that. So we do have real flowers here. These are baby's breath. And what we could do is, with a pair of scissors, we'll just cut one of these off, like that. And then you have this beautiful little flower that you can put in your hair, like that. Or like in some of the pictures, they had it throughout their updo, which is really beautiful. So yeah, you could always do that. Here, let me put that. Yeah, looks beautiful. Yeah, so obviously these would need to be pinned in. So when I said there was no pins, that was a lie. But it is, I think it gives it a more natural, softer feeling, especially for like your semi-formal look or the cocktail look, especially because semi-formal is in a garden. It would look beautiful with some fresh flowers. If you wanted to do a half up, half down, or even just like a half up like that with some soft curls, that would be really beautiful. So what do you think? Do you like any of those? Okay. Yeah, we'll give it some time to think about. Yeah, I think the formal one is definitely going to be the most involved, especially if you want to do an updo, which I think you should do. So let us know ahead of time if you want to do one of those, and we can of course do that for you. No problem. It was so lovely to meet you. I hope you have so much fun at those weddings. You're gonna look gorgeous no matter what you do with your hair. Like, those dresses look so fabulous on you. So yeah, you're gonna look gorgeous. Yeah, I hope you have the most fun. Okay, yeah, let me know and I'll see you on the day of the wedding, I guess.